Have you ever heard about vultures? If yes, do you like them? Vultures are amazing birds, but they are often misunderstood. Learning just how unique these birds are can help you better appreciate their place in the world's avifauna and how important their ongoing conservation is. How many of these vulture bird facts do you know? In this video, we will talk about 20 fun facts about vulture. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button. And if you are new here, subscribe for upcoming videos. 20. There are 23 vulture species in the world, and at least one type of vulture is found on every continent except Australia and Antarctica. These are relatively adaptable birds found in a range of habitats, including suburbs, but even with that adaptability, 14 species are considered either threatened or endangered. 19. Vulture species are divided into New World, the Americas and Caribbean, and Old World, Europe, Asia, and Africa, groups depending on their ranges. There are more vulture species in the Old World, and they are not closely related to New World vultures. The two groups are often considered together, however, because they fill a similar ecological niche. New World vultures may be more closely related to storks than to other raptors.
They are disgustingly ugly. They are the ultimate anti-hero.
18. In different parts of the world and depending on the species, vultures may also be called buzzards or condors. Many vultures also have several common names, especially species that have large ranges that can span several countries.
These are griffon vultures, one of the largest of all.
17. Unlike many raptors, vultures are relatively social and often feed, fly, or roost in large flocks. A group of vultures is called a committee, venue, or volt. In flight, a flock of vultures is a kettle, and when the birds are feeding together at a carcass, the group is called a wake.
And to clear him away in a matter of minutes.
16. Vultures are carnivorous and eat carrion almost exclusively. They prefer fresh meat but can consume carcasses that may have rotted so much that the meat can be toxic to other animals. This gives vultures a unique and important ecological role because they help prevent the spread of diseases from old, rotting corpses.
It is one of the most sensitive noses in the animal kingdom. Experts estimate that the turkey vulture can detect the scent of rotting flesh and
15. Vultures have excellent senses of sight and smell to help them locate food, and they can find a dead animal from a mile or more away. Because of this, vultures often have large territories and spend a lot of time soaring to locate their next meal.
There's plenty enough to go round. Enough for 6 or 16.
14. It is a myth that vultures circle dying animals waiting to feed. These birds are powerful flyers and soar on thermals while they look for food, but they cannot sense when an animal is dying. When they locate a carcass by smell, sight, or the sound of other birds feeding, they approach it quickly before other predators find it. 13. Vultures have relatively bare heads and often bare necks so that when they feed on rotting carcasses, bacteria and other parasites cannot burrow into thick feathers to cause infections. This allows the birds to stay healthier while feeding on material that would easily infect other animals. 12. Vultures have relatively weak legs and feet with blunt talons, though they do have powerful beak. If a carcass is too stiff for them to rip open, they will wait for another predator to open the flesh before they feed. This is why vultures are often seen with other carrion-eating animals such as hyenas, coyotes, and eagles. 11. A vulture's stomach acid is significantly stronger and more corrosive than that of other animals or birds. This allows these scavengers to feed on rotting carcasses that may be infected with dangerous bacteria because the acid will kill that bacteria, so it does not threaten the vulture. 10. While vultures eat mostly dead animals, they are capable of attacking and will often prey on extremely sick, wounded, or infirm prey. This is more common if food has been scarce and there are no carcasses nearby. 9. It is a myth that vultures prey on healthy livestock. but they are still regularly persecuted by farmers and ranchers who believe the birds to be a threat to their animals. They may, however, prey on dead livestock in afterbirth or stillborn animals in breeding herds, though these incidents are rare. Eight. Because vultures have weak feet and legs, they do not carry prey back to their chicks. Instead, they will gorge at a carcass and regurgitate food from their crop to feed their young. 7. Vultures urinate on their legs and feet to cool off on hot days, a process called urohydrosis. Their urine also helps kill any bacteria or parasites they've picked up from walking through carcasses or perching on dead animals.
Ambient condors are among the largest in the world that are able to fly.
6. The Andean condor, found in South America, has the largest wingspan of any vulture in the world, with a spread of 10 to 11 feet when the bird extends its wings.
We get woken up really early in the morning because we are...
5. The crow-sized hooded vulture is the smallest of these birds with a wingspan of only 5 feet. It is found sub-Saharan Africa,
making the home uninhabitable for the Casamano family. According to the Palm Beach Post, the New York-based family purchased.
4. When threatened, vultures vomit to lighten their body weight so they can escape more easily into flight. Vomiting also serves as a defense mechanism to deter predators that may be threatening the birds.
AKA turkey buzzard, AKA buzzard. More about the name in a little bit. Turkey vultures are actually...
3. New World vultures lack a syrinx, voice box, and are nearly silent. They do not have songs, and their typical vocalizations are limited to grunts, hisses, bill clacks, and similar sounds that don't require complex vocal cords. 2. Vultures face many threats that are endangering their populations. Poisoning is the biggest threat to vultures, primarily from toxins or lead in the carcasses they eat. Other hazards include car collisions as they feed on roadkill and electrocution from collisions with power lines. One. Scientists study vultures' unique senses and abilities and are considering using the birds to help find bodies from crimes. Studying how a vulture finds a body and how quickly it can consume the body can be useful for forensic analysis. Aren't they interesting? Which one fact do you think is interesting? Hopefully more people will love these birds after this because of their contribution to the ecosystem. That's all for this time. Thanks for watching and see you again in the next video.